And we're back. February 8th. Balmy 78 degrees. I'm going to do a hive inspection about a week ago. We did the first one of the year. Check and see how they're doing. Probably a pretty short video. Just really want to check in, see how they're doing, eating, feeding, and then see if the queen's laying in each of them. I'll probably pull this frame out. Just left this one in because it had some honey in it to get them through the winter. But I'll probably pull that one out today. Definitely looking good. Definitely eating. I'll have to go back and look, compare the pollen patty that we've got now to what we had put on there last week. Definitely a lot more of the sugar on this one. Going at it a bit more, so hopefully that means she's starting to lay. Definitely a lot more active on this one. This is hive number 3. This is the smallest one. This is one of the original nucs that we got. 1 and 3 were the nucs. Trying to see if we can see how she's doing. Definitely not on that one. Didn't expect she would be, but also want to try to see. We're looking for hive beetles and such. Still got all their honey stores on this one. Definitely a heavier frame. Hoping these hives or these frames coming up, we'll see that she's laying. Don't see any beetles yet, so that's good. Got some with some pollen, so that's good. They're all gathering. A lot of pollen. Definitely got all these built out with comb. Can't remember if some of these were new frames. I thought they were. I expect I'm gonna find her on one of these next 2 frames. And hopefully we'll find, well, yeah, there we go. So she's laying. She's definitely laying. It's good to see. And this one, she is a white dot. I don't see her yet. Possibly on the next frame. Yep, there she is. Right in the middle of the screen. So she should be laying on this one. Yep, oh yeah, she definitely is. You can see down those cells, try to get some light. Oh yeah, she's laying a lot. Very good. That is awesome to see. That's good, that's good. Well, go ahead and close this one up so we don't disturb her too much. Get this all put back together. Very good to see that she's starting to lay. Last week when we did the inspection, definitely did not seem like she was starting to lay. We were just coming out of cold weather. It's now been about a week of it's like getting up into the mid to high 70s the last week. This next week I think we're scheduled to get up into the 80s. So should be good for the bees. Go ahead and tighten these down. And put our food back on. And we will let these get back to doing what they're doing. Everything up and close it down. One hive down. And number 2, so this is the center hive if you've watched the previous episode. So this was the wild hive that just had just moved in. We had an empty box here in the middle. This one right here was empty last season after we got the 2 nucs. This one's empty, and then all of a sudden started noticing a bunch of bees flying into it, and thought that was odd because I didn't have anything in there except some extra frames, and apparently those extra frames had enough scent on them that the bees liked it, and they all moved in. This box right here is basically empty. I'm at the point I should just take this one off now. And there's their food. So this one definitely much faster at eating up the food, that's for sure. Which is good. Yeah, so the sugar bricks all gone. Sugar bricks all gone. They're just about done with the pollen patty there. So this one's probably about ready for another pollen patty. I'll do a video on the pollen that we're using this year, which is different than what we had been using. We had been just buying the pollen patties pre-done and then just breaking them up for what we needed. But I was watching a video, and one of the channels we follow talked about buying just straight pollen, and then they had directions on how to mix your own pollen up. So we ended up doing that for this one, and it seems good. Definitely much cheaper mixing up our own pollen. All right, let's see how these are doing. Get a little smoke on them. We don't want them too upset. Try to keep them as calm as we can. This colony isn't necessarily the calmest one. Colony number 1 has really been one of the calmest ones I've ever had. So definitely a lot of bees on this one. They're actually pretty calm today. Definitely a lot more bees in this one. hoping now in that first one, now that she's really starting to lay, she'll kind of beef up her numbers this year. I'm hoping to do a split on some of these hives. It's a newer frame that I put in there, and looks like they're drawing it all out. It's really good. You can kind of see over in this corner here. They're really working. Might actually flip out or switch out some of the frames from that other one. Just so they don't have to work so hard when I've already got frames for them to use, because it definitely looks like, for some reason, when I set these boxes up, this one's got a lot of newer frames in the bottom. They're all waxed frames, but definitely leaves a lot of work for them to do to kind of get these frames going. You can see they're not a whole lot drawn out on this one. Definitely think I want to swap these out. Try to make it a little easier for them. Much heavier frame here. Well, no, not too bad. Definitely a lot of bees. I think a lot of this is new drawn out comb on this one. Yeah. Oh, I thought maybe she was laying on this one, but no, it's just the wax that was on there. Yeah, I'm working hard to get all this drawn out. It's definitely one that, since last week, I believe they're drawing it out a good bit. Oh yeah, definitely a lot of bees. Pay better attention to how close I've got the frames to the camera. It's probably a bit hard to kind of see when I've got it so close. This one, I believe she's got bluish kind of green marker on her. I don't see her yet. Oh, but there's definitely, she's been on this frame. You can kind of see, trying to get some light on there. But there's some larvae all on this frame. So she started to lay on this one, which is great. She may be on the next frame. Definitely a lot of bees on that next frame. Definitely gonna test our bee spotting abilities. Let me get some little smoke on them there. Get a little riled up. Oh yeah, wow, look at all that. Yeah, she is working overtime. There's a lot of cap brood all under there. Really good. Yeah, I think this hive, she's been one of the stronger queens I've had. Trying to see if we can spot her. She might be tucked up under some of these other bees. Yeah, I don't see her. Wonder if maybe as we were pulling the frame out, she ran to the next one. Really good though, a lot of bees on this one. A lot of bees. Might spot her on this one. She may have just been tucked under all the bees on that last one. Definitely a lot. She's been laying on here as well. Kind of see over in this area here, trying to get some light on it. So she is certainly in here. And oh, there she is. I was wrong. She's I don't recall this one, her being a white marking. She is right. Try to get her in the shot. There she is, yeah. There she is. I could see her on the frame, I just couldn't see her in the camera. Yeah, I was thinking this one was the teal, so that must be the next one. Very interesting. So here we go. Found 2 of the 3. Get this closed back up. Hopefully as I'm reaching in here, it's some decent shots, not just looking at the walls of the hive. Get this closed up though, and I'm gonna try to pull some of these frames out that some of the ones that they haven't drawn out. Let me see. Go. I don't really think they've got anything really up in here. They're all pretty much empty. I'm glad there's hive beetles and all moving in. There we go, yeah. This one's got a little bit of resource. It looks like they're sticking away. A lot of bees. Here we go. I'll put back to normal. A little smoke on them, so go down. And pull this one off. Put this one to the side for right now. And then I'm going to put their food back on. I'm going to mix them up some more. And just kind of use this box as just kind of a spacer so the cover's not sitting right on top of them, squishing them. And there we go. 2 down, 1 to go. And this one, I'm actually kind of surprised. Would have thought they'd have had more of the pollen gone by now. Huh, we've got all the sugar brick gone. And this is usually one of the chiller hives. Try to figure out, put this without squishing them. There we go. So yeah, this one are usually pretty doggone calm. A lot of bees. Yeah, you can see, even after smoking, I mean, they're so calm. Some kept honey, and like they're starting to stuff away some pollen on this one. Some more honey capped, and like they're collecting, storing it away. Try to get a shot of all these frames so I can compare them to the last video, last inspection. More honey. Definitely hoping we'll get to some frames full of brood with this one. This is a hive I'm hoping to split this season. I'm hoping she started laying. Definitely bringing in some pollen. You see pollen all over the backs of some of them. Must have fallen out of the cells. Very nice. Cool. Thinking one of the next 2 frames we should find her. Definitely a lot of bees on this one, but I don't see her yet. Oh, there she is. Let me try to get her in the shot. There she is. Yep, so this is the kind of the teal looking. See if we see any. Trying to see if we see any larvae. Oh, yep, definitely larvae down in there. If you can kind of try to. There we go. Yep, very good. All right, so she is laying. Just want to check this next frame, and then we'll get this one closed up, and we'll get some more sugar bricks to put on. I got a little bit left over. I don't want to waste any of them. Let's see if she can get on here. These trees and the shade and all. I'm not getting a great shot at down in the cells. Definitely would have thought we'd have had some capped brood on this one though, but I guess we're just getting started within the last week or so. It might not be. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and close this one up. We found her. She's laying. That's good. So if she's laying, start increasing our population soon. good. Really good. This is in the last 2 years. Didn't film any of that, but definitely coming out of winter here in Texas. I had some rough winters the last 2 years, and did not make it out of the winter, either one of those, with any bees. Those were our first 2 years having bees, and had a rough winter last year, and then the previous year ended up I just didn't feed enough during the winter. It was first year doing it, and really learned a lot in those two seasons. And glad now this year we seem to be making it out of winter with bees, and all 3 queens are doing well. So hoping this year we'll get some experience with doing splits, and maybe next year if we do the splits good and really maintain them, and the next year maybe we can start creating our own queens. So this nook box right here, I just kind of set it up as a trap. You know, got lucky last year with bees in the one box. Hoping maybe this year there's enough scent in here that'll kind of draw a wild swarm in, and maybe we can do a split and have another wild one. So with that, yeah, didn't find any beetles. I was going to use some of the Swiffer dry cloths here to put some beetle traps in, but didn't have any issues with beetles yet, so I might hold off on that just so they don't have to bother themselves with tearing at it and doing anything. So with that, I think we're good hive inspection, good quick inspection. Until next week, I'm out.